So you're camping alone, no neighbors, no signal, just the wind and the stars, and a truck pulling up nearby. No headlights, no movement, just sitting there. And that was me. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if they were lost or waiting. And to be honest, I felt completely exposed. You can do everything right. Pick the safest campsites, get the best locks for your RV, park under lights, stay aware, follow every safety tip you've ever read, and still the uneasy feeling, it can sneak in, especially when you're out there solo. Just you and your van, trusting your instincts and hoping you've planned enough. Because the truth is, safety on the road isn't about if something goes wrong. It's about what you're ready to do when it does. It's about being equipped, not with gear, but with the mindset that says, I got this. So let's get started and walk through these essential items. Number one, pepper gel, not pepper spray, targeted and wind-resistant protection. One of the self-defense tools we always have on hand is pepper gel, not pepper spray, and there's a reason for that. Pepper gel is way better for RV life. It's what we keep by the bed and also stash in the front door compartment, just in case. Sure, regular pepper spray works, but when it comes out as a mist and in your van, that's a problem. And if you had to use it inside, there's a good chance you're the one getting the full face of it. Same thing if there's even a light breeze outside like there is today. It can blow right back at you or completely miss your target. Pepper gel, on the other hand, shoots a straight line. It's way more controlled, it's way less messy, and way safer to use when you're in tight spaces or unpredictable weather. Another must-have for us is a tactical flashlight. I know it sounds basic, but the thing does way more than just light up a dark trail. Ours stays next to the bed, always charged, always ready. If we hear noise outside, if something feels off, that's the first thing we reach for. A good tactical flashlight isn't just for seeing, it can actually help protect you. The strobe mode can totally throw someone off, blinding, disorienting, even making them dizzy for a few seconds. That might be all the time you need to get away or to get to safety. When looking for a tactical flashlight for self-defense, prioritize these features. First, a dedicated strobe mode. Be sure it's easily activated with a single button press. Second, an aircraft-grade aluminum housing. This provides durability and potential use for an impact tool. Also look for one that's USB-C chargeable and at least 1000 lumens. This ensures reliable power and a blindingly bright beam. The next tool might not look like a self-defense item at first glance, but it plays a huge role in how we keep ourselves safe. Our Devo's motion-activated light. And you can use any motion-activated light, but that's the one that we chose. We set it up every night when we're boondocking or staying somewhere that feels a little more remote. Its main job is simple. Light up the area around our van. But that built-in motion sensor, that's what turns it into a quiet security system. The thing I love most about this light is how passive it is. You don't have to press anything or flip a switch. It's just always watching. The second something moves into its range, boom, bright light. No noise, no drama, just a visual cue that says, we see you. We've had nights where the light kicked on and sure enough, there was wildlife creeping a little too close to the van. It gave us just enough time to stash the food and make some noise to shoo them off. Thankfully, we haven't had to deal with any truly sketchy human situations, but knowing that light is out there, quietly doing its job while we sleep, that kind of peace of mind is just hard to put a price on. It just helps us rest easier knowing there's one more set of eyes, or in this case, sensors, keeping watch over our little bubble. Oh, and a bonus, we got an adapter attached to it for our Starlink, which makes it even more useful. One less thing to worry about in the dark. When choosing a motion-activated camp light for security, consider these features. First, a motion sensor range at least 20 feet. This provides ample warning of approaching movement. Second, a rechargeable battery, USB-C preferred. This eliminates the need for constantly replacing batteries and offers convenient charging options. Third, a secure mount. This allows you to position the light strategically for optimal coverage around your RV. So you can get many of these, they have different ways to attach your RV. Just want to make sure that you have a secure attachment. Our next must-have isn't a physical self-defense tool. It's all about communication, especially when we're way off the beaten path. We actually use a two-part setup. the SOS feature built into my iPhone 16 and our Garmin inReach Mini 2. The truth is your phone can be great until you lose service. And if you're like us and love camping in remote spots, you can't really count on cell coverage to save the day if something goes wrong. That's where the iPhone Emergency SOS via satellite comes in. If you've got an iPhone 14 or newer, you can still text emergency services when you have no signal, as long as you have a clear view of the sky. It's not something we've had to use, thankfully, but I know exactly how to activate it, and I keep it in the back of my mind anytime we're way out there. The Garmin inReach Mini 2 is our backup and honestly our main go-to. It's small, tough, and doesn't rely on cell phone towers at all. It uses satellites to let us send and receive messages, track our location, and even trigger an SOS to a real emergency response center 24/7. If you're traveling solo, especially as a woman, having something like this is huge. It's not just about being able to get help. It's about knowing that you can get help, even when you're in the middle of nowhere. That kind of peace of mind, it changes the whole way you experience the road. When considering satellite communication for solo RV travel, look for these features. First, two-way texting capability. This allows for more detailed communication in an emergency. Consider subscription plan options. Choose a plan that aligns with your travel frequency and budget. Select a compact and durable design. The device should be easy to carry and able to withstand the rigors of outdoor travel. For the iPhone SOS, familiarize yourself with how to activate the feature and understand its limitations regarding satellite availability. This next set of tools might just seem a little old school, but they're two of our most trusted when it comes to staying safe. Our hiking poles and our German Shepherd Trinity. Now, hiking poles might not sound like much, but we never hit the trail without them. It's not just for balance, although it's great for that, especially on uneven ground. It gives you extra reach when you're navigating tricky spots or testing the terrain. And if it ever came down to it, that thing could absolutely be used to keep someone or something at a distance. It's simple, sturdy, and totally underrated. We both have the Black Diamond Distant Z trekking pole. They're lightweight and collapsible for easy storage. Then there's Trinity. She's not just our travel buddy, she's our early warning system. At about 65 pounds, she's strong, alert, and incredibly intuitive. And the thing is, Trinity doesn't bark at every squirrel or rustle in the bushes. If she growls or gets that locked-in stare, we know to pay attention. She senses stuff we haven't even picked up on yet, like the coyotes that showed up last night. And let's be honest, just having her around is a deterrent. A serious-looking German Shepherd watching someone with that "don't try me" expression, anyone up to no good tends to reconsider real fast. We never put her in harm's way, of course, but Trinity's loyalty, awareness, and presence gives us a huge sense of comfort, especially when we're parked somewhere remote. She's more than a dog. She's part of our defense strategy. When choosing hiking poles for potential self-defense, you should opt for sturdy material like aluminum or carbon fiber. Our poles are carbon fiber, which makes them light but still formidable. Consider a length that provides a good reach while still being easy to maneuver. The Z-style poles that we have come in standard sizes, but telescoping poles are size adjustable. A comfortable grip is essential for both hiking and potential self-defense use. When considering your canine companion, make sure they're well trained and responsive to your commands. It's huge. Be aware of local leash laws and regulations. Trust their instincts, but also be prepared to interpret their behavior in context. This one's simple, cheap, and loud. An air horn is the ultimate panic button. If you're scared but don't want to engage physically, this is your get attention now tool. It'll startle people, scare off animals, and potentially wake up your neighbors or anyone else nearby. We keep one right by the door, and we've never had to use it in an emergency, but we've definitely used it to startle a raccoon away from our trash. Also, it works great if Doug's taking a nap and we need to hit the road. Kidding, mostly. When it comes to choosing an air horn for RV or solo travel use, there are a few features that really matter. First and foremost, it needs to be loud, like really loud. look for one rated at least 120 decibels. You want something that can be heard from far away, whether you're trying to scare off wildlife or trying to draw attention in an emergency. It also needs to be compact and easy to grab. Ours fits right by the door pocket in the van, so it's always within reach. Simplicity is the key. The trigger should always be straightforward, press and blast. That's it. No complicated safety switch, no delay. I also recommend looking for one that's refillable or has replacement canisters if you plan to test it occasionally or just like knowing it still works. It's nice not to have to buy a brand new one every time. And because we travel in all kinds of conditions, it's worth getting one that's weather resistant. Look for models made for marine or outdoor use. They're designed to hold up even when it's windy or wet. The best part, most air horns don't require batteries. They run completely on compressed gas, so they're always ready when you need them. And if you're planning to hike with it, check that it has a tether loop or clip. Being able to attach it to your gear or belt makes it way more convenient to carry on the trail. This last tool is arguably our most significant piece of self-defense equipment, and it's also one that often sparks curiosity and sometimes a bit of confusion. This is the Byrna launcher. At first glance, the Byrna launcher can resemble a firearm, and that's intentional. Its visual deterrent alone can be a powerful asset. However, it's crucial to understand that this is not a firearm. It doesn't fire bullets, and in most jurisdictions, it doesn't require a permit to carry. Instead, the Byrna utilizes compressed CO2 to fire non-lethal projectiles. These can be pepper ball rounds, which release a potent irritant upon impact, causing temporary but significant discomfort and disorientation. Or they can be hard kinetic projectiles designed to deliver a painful impact that can temporarily incapacitate an attacker, giving you crucial time to escape. So you might be thinking, why not just carry a firearm? But for us, it came down to a bunch of reasons. First, the legal stuff. We cross state lines all the time, and sometimes we even head into Canada, and the rules around firearms are totally different everywhere. Some places have bans, others have restrictions, and trying to keep up with all of it, honestly, it's just not worth the hassle or the risk. That's one of the big reasons we went with the Byrna. But honestly, for us, it's also about something deeper. A firearm is designed for one thing: lethal force. And in a real self-defense situation, that comes with a huge weight. One wrong move, and the consequences would be tragic and permanent. With the Byrna, we feel like we have more control. It gives us a chance to stop a threat, get away, and hopefully avoid ever having to face someone that crosses that line. It's about having a way to protect ourselves without jumping straight to deadly force. Doug was actually the one who found the Byrna. He dove into the research, he practiced with it a lot, and pretty quickly felt like it was something that gave him a real peace of mind. I wasn't so sure at first. Is this just a weaker version of the real thing? But then one night changed everything. We're camped out in this sketchy park. It was totally empty, pitch black, and dead quiet. Out of nowhere, a pickup truck pulled up and just stopped. No one got out. The engine stayed on. The headlights, full blast, were pointed straight at our van, and they just sat there for a long time. That night, the Byrna wasn't some emergency gadget buried in a drawer. It was right there, ready to go. And knowing we had it, that was huge. It gave me this real sense of control in a situation that felt anything but safe. I didn't need to use it, but I needed to know that I could. If you're considering a Byrna launcher for your own self-defense, here are a few key things to look for. First, storage locations. Easy and immediate access is crucial in a self-defense situation. Choose a storage location that works best for your RV layout and your personal preference. Second, a sling or holster. If you're hiking in remote locations, you want quick access to your Byrna. Third, non-lethal projectiles that comply with your local laws. For example, here in California, we're not allowed to use the pepper rounds. So regulations regarding pepper balls, kinetic rounds, and all that can vary. Always ensure that you're using projectiles that are legal to own and carry in your intended travel areas. Here's the thing, we're not paranoid, we're just realistic. We've met incredible people on the road, but we've also had those moments when something just didn't feel right. And when you're traveling in a small space, maybe in the middle of nowhere, you don't want to be figuring out what might work. You want tools you know you can use. So whether you're solo camping, full timing, or just taking weekend trips, having a layered self-defense plan gives you confidence. This video is our story. It's not advice. It's surely not legal advice, but it's up to you to know and understand the laws in the states and provinces you're traveling in. So stay safe and enjoy the journey.